Hello, beautiful souls. So, since I didn't get to burn up all of my sage from last year, I'm doing it now. I got sick and burning sage was the last thing on my mind. So no matter, here's one of the things I say, it doesn't matter when it happens, it only matters that it happens. So, here we go, burning up the past. Ha. Burning down the house. No, let's just burn away the past. Let's let it go in a way that feels honoring and respectful. So what does that look like for you? And as we do this, we clear away the old. Now, oftentimes we wonder why it is that things are staying the same, or why even sometimes we're regressing back into the past. Well, it's because we haven't let go of the past. So a couple of days ago on Enlightened Spiritual Warriors, I did a conversation about cutting the cords. So now that we have the cords cut, what's next? Well, what's next is opening to love without any attachment from the past, without any connection to what transpired already, standing in the present. What we have the opportunity to do is to create our future. So let go of the past. You know, how often do you carry stories that happened in the past that aren't loving? You know, they're not loving of yourself. You're telling an old story about how you made a fool of yourself. Oh, thanks for the love. Or how this bad thing happened. Well, before the 15th of this month, let's let go of that. Let's come to a place of being in love. And let's love ourselves first. Cut the cords, you betcha. And then, having cut the cords, don't tell those stories again. The thing that most of us do is we cut the cords and then we go ahead and tell the story about the whatever it was that was going on. So let's not do that. Cut the cords and also drop the story. Just a second, I'm having trouble with my tea bag. So let's have a sip on that. The thing is that we tell stories on ourselves. We tell bad stories on ourselves. We conjure up the past that, well, it got us to where we are, but we conjure it up as if it is part of the present. It is not. So let's raise the vibe to love and above as the smoke goes up, burning away all that remains from last year. And this is symbolic. As I burn away the old smudge from last year, I will have a clear bowl, a clean bowl to put the new smudge into. And as we do this, as we clear away the old, and we honestly let it go. We don't go and then conjure up a story that happened to us 20 years ago, tell that bad story, feel those feelings, drop down into lower than love, which is 700, by the way, and most of us vibrate at a frequency of 250. So, drop the old, cut the cord. There's nothing that you need to bring forward with you because you already have it all. Hey, Helma, Happy New Year. Nice to see you. So as we move into this new year, as we approach the days getting longer, and you know, already they're 4 minutes longer, but we don't notice. We get stuck in, oh, it's winter. Well, guess what? It's winter and the sun is shining. So just like each day is new, when you recognize, as Deepak Chopra talks, that each day is a clean slate. No one drags stuff from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago on to your clean slate. Hey Max, Happy New Year. So it's only you that puts those things there. No one honestly cares enough about you. Now this may sound harsh, sorry, but no one cares enough about you to start splattering your clean slate. So don't do that for yourself. Allow yourself to be open and available for all that the universe has for you. So let's raise the vibe to love and above. There's lots of folks out there who can use your love. There's lots of folks out there who can use the things in your house that you're no longer using. Think about the clothes that you haven't worn for a while. And give it away, give it away, give it away now. And give it with love. Because it just doesn't matter that it's no longer serving you. There is someone for it to serve. And when you give it with love, it's received with love rather than received with judgment and blame and shame and guilt. There is no place for that any longer in our world. No one can shame me but me. You can try to blame me, but I don't need to pick it up. And I do not need to feel guilty about anything that has gone on in my life. Because without all of that, I would not be standing here. I would not be drumming for love and above. I would not be me. So as you reflect back in these early days of 2023, as you reflect back, do it with love. Don't do it looking for your screw-ups. Don't go looking for remorse and regret. Let it find you. But turn and reflect back. What have I done so far in my life? Where am I right now? And from this place of love and authenticity, be authentic with yourself. One of the things that I find so fascinating with myself, and since I'm doing it, I'm going to imagine that you do it, is sometimes I just flat out lie to myself. Oh, this is good enough. Have you ever done that? Oh, this is good enough. Maybe it'll get better. Let's have a sip on that. If I am in that place where it is good enough, I have already made a judgment that it is not good enough. But we lie to ourselves. I'm going to tell you, you are enough, but it might not be good enough. Raise your bar. Stand and reflect on where you are right now, and then turn and look forward, being fully present, knowing yourself right now. There is nothing more rewarding than knowing yourself. So then, in that knowing of yourself, turn and look out into this upcoming year. Who are you? What do you want? What do you desire? I prefer the word desire to want, and yet I fall into the want trap all of the time. So what do you desire? what's truly on your heart, and who can you serve? Well, first of all, serve yourself. So I'll soften the drum beat and say that again. First of all, serve yourself. Have you ever been somewhere like Christmas dinner and everybody's got to go through the line, but no one wants to go first? Well, be first. Go ahead. Put you first. And you know what will happen with everyone else? They won't be second or third or 23rd. They will be equal to you, and you will be first, and then they will be first, and they will be first, and they will be first. That's how it works. Once you've gone through the line and you've gotten everything that you desire, then the next person gets to go through and get everything they desire. But if no one models this, if no one takes up the cry, me first, then no one will go first. And we'll all be standing there hungry. That seems kind of silly. So, find one thing to do today. A ta-da. And what's one thing that you can show yourself that you're first about? Look to your future, knowing full well that everything you've done to this present moment made you who you are. And if you like yourself, we all have things we can improve. We're all not, ooh, I just love myself the way I am. No, we're always improving. That's the thing about life, is that every day you can improve. So love yourself first, and then turn and shine that love on everyone else. Your heart radiates out 360 degrees. 360 degrees. All the way around you. And you know where it starts? It starts within. So when you have self-love, you have lots left over for others. So share your love. Don't be stingy. Give it away. I was standing in a grocery line in Canada talking. This man had, he had 2 chocolate bars and a box of Swiffer. And so I said, so you're going to like eat up the chocolate bars and then whiz around with your Swiffer? And he told me that he was leaving the next day to go to Europe to visit his brothers, and that he was cleaning. He hates cleaning. So he was rewarding himself. He was rewarding himself with chocolate bars so that his daughter could have a clean house as he was gone to Europe. Now, find rewards for yourself. Chocolate bars, if that's your thing. Cleaning, if that's your thing. But reward yourself every day for how frickin' amazing you are. And in case no one has told you so far, today you are amazing. The fact that you got out of bed to do whatever it is that you do. Now, most of us don't get out of bed happy and joyous. But I got to tell you, these last few days, I've been getting out of bed happy and joyous. I wrote a post, you might have seen it, about, am I mad at myself? What a ridiculous waste of energy. So I'm going to turn all of that could be annoyance and anger at myself. What I am going to do is I'm going to turn it outward into love. The reason we get depressed is rage turned inside. I refuse to continue to get depressed over something that I have control over. And when I say I am 100% responsible, then how can I be mad about what I have done and where I've gotten myself to? It's an opportunity waiting to take form. Hey, Marcia, good to see you. Happy New Year. So, when you start to feel depressed, have a think. Oh, what am I mad about out there that I'm turning inside? Where have I blamed and shamed and guilted myself into feeling lower than a snake's belly? And take a moment. Oh, and my favorite, take a sip. And then wonder, where would I be without all of that? You know, if it had never happened that my city house went into foreclosure, I wouldn't live at the beach right now. If it hadn't happened that I decided to move across the country, I wouldn't be in the Pacific Northwest. So turn all of these things into bonuses, into blessings, and let's raise the vibe to love and above. So no shame, no blame, and no guilt. Not on yourself and not on anyone else. Life is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. Now, our personalities don't need to be happy about that, but the thing of it is, when we understand that, you know, when you get on a roller coaster, you see the dips and the peaks and the valleys of all of that, right? But it isn't until you're on the roller coaster that you're actually screaming down the hill that you come to take it inside. Well, life is a roller coaster. There's going to be ups and downs and sideways and all around. But when you can love yourself through it all, then there is no rage. There is no depression. There is sometimes, well, like I wrote in the post, there's sometimes feeling nervous and anxious, but 100% of the time, excitement takes over. So let's raise the vibe to love and above. And just as I'm thinking about it, this little drum, this is Deer, she needs a home. So if you've been wanting a drum, and if you've been thinking that you might like one of my drums, drop me a message, because I have about 4, maybe more, that need to go to great homes. So if you've been thinking about a drum, I made this one out of deer, and I made it as a sun drum. So you can conjure up the deer sun. All right, let's raise the vibe to love and above. You can see my smudge is still going like crazy here, burning away the past. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And raise your own vibe and the vibe of everyone around you to love and above. And so with that, let's share some of our love. So let's energize our hands by rubbing them together. Place your hands on your heart. Take a nice deep breath and open freely to give, accept, and embrace all that the universe has for you. One more time. I open freely to give it away, give it away, give it away. Accept big old bowls with your hands and embrace, put it in your heart, all that the universe has for me. One more time. I open freely to give, accept, and embrace all that the universe has for me. And one more time. In case no one has told you so far today, you are amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the replay. Remember that you are nothing but love. So just give yourself away. Smile at people. You know, when you're walking along, notice that people do not look relaxed and happy, but all it takes is one person smiling at them, and then they begin to smile themselves. So you're very welcome. Lovely to see you, Verge. And have a fabulous day. Raise your vibe. Let go of the past. Be fully present in who you are because of all of that. Hey, Paula. And turn. And let's create an amazing future together based on love, no shame, no blame, no guilt, and create your own dream. Be your own dream queen. All right. I love you. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.